Okay.
And we ready. Yep, you know what it is. You know exactly what this is. It's the Grady Jarrett. No. We gonna do that right. Hey, click it off, coach. Hey, what up?
What's going on?
It is Dirty Bird Thursdays, man. It's me, the Falcons therapist. And to my left is the man himself that breaks it down, gives us all the information. We got Coach Unchained. Coach, what's up?
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Couple
And
more days to the new year, man. So
oh yeah.
we getting close.
Yes. most definitely. Well, before we do that, let's go ahead. Oh shoot, let's get into it. Get to the roll call. We got Tell Sports and Gaming. What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. We got Alex. What's going on, man? That's our little brother in the AFN crew. Man, get a man some love. We got Brian Peoples. Always good to see you, Brian. There we go. We got Mad Mike as his office self. What up, Mad Mike?
Facebook user. I don't know who the Facebook user is.
We got Sonia Howell. Appreciate you for tuning in. And we got Ms. What's going on? We'll continue the roll call in a little bit. But how was everybody's holiday? Coach, how was your holiday, man?
It's okay, man. It's over with. It's time to move on.
Right.
Right. Move on.
Shoot, I done took all my stuff down. I'm ready for the new year. Bring on the shampoo.
Then put that up, so I ain't no worry about taking them down.
Oh man. All right. Well, look, let's go ahead and get into it. Drake London jersey came in the mail today. Oh, okay. All right. See, yeah, I gotta go get mine right now. I just got me this. This that's my gift. I got me a new Falcon shirt. So, I'm over here trying to keep up with Coach.
Got me a new hat on right now.
But hey, I tell you what, let's go ahead and get into it. Coach, I'm gonna let you start this one off because I don't even know why we're having this conversation. But nevertheless, hey, it is what it is. Go ahead, let's dive right into it.
Is Devin Ritter the Falcons quarterback of the future, or do they have to draft one? We're gonna need a backup somewhere. But yeah. So I don't know if he'll be a drafter. He may, but no, man. Just let it play out, man. Let it play out. The man's gonna be he's the quarterback today. He's the quarterback tomorrow. He's the quarterback for the rest of this year. We don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, but as of now, he's the quarterback of your future right now. Your future is only 2 more games after the season. We don't know what's gonna happen next year. So as of right now, yeah, he's the quarterback of the future. They're not going to draft another quarterback. And y'all, I ain't going to call you stupid, but you're not smart. Why? Why would they invest this much time? If he wasn't the quarterback of the future, don't you think they would have played him earlier? Think about it. When Marcus was having his struggles, if they knew this guy wasn't going to be the quarterback of the future, they would have played him already. It's a timing thing, people. It's all about process. Let the process happen. You don't want the process to happen. Move on. But he's going to be here next year. We know that for a fact.
We got Miss said Desmond is the QB for the future. I believe he needs a vet to mentor him. Tannehill could be a good QB to bring on.
I can see that.
1-year deal will maybe bring Matt
No,
back.
Matt can't come back.
Uh,
But Matt retired.
well,
You can bring him back
well,
for
I'm
1
I'm
year.
I'm, I'm gonna be honest. Ritter is the future, whether we want to admit it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Falcons are not gonna draft no quarterback in this draft. If they do get a quarterback, it'll probably be in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, we're not gonna draft a quarterback, and here's why. If you draft a quarterback, even if you get him for a steal, what have you changed about the team?
Rebuild over and over again.
Right. You haven't changed anything. You haven't changed not one thing on this team. None of the issues we have right now, you've changed. You still got Dahlman at center. You still got Micah. You still got Mr. Pass Me By in the linebacker group. You
You
still
talking
got
about
holes on the O line. You still got pieces missing on the defense. So you're going to put a fresh quarterback into the same situation.
that boy has no talent.
Nah, it doesn't make any sense. I don't care how many quarterbacks you put on this team right now, it's not going to improve the conditions of the team.
Doesn't help anything.
You're not going to make them catch any better. You're not going to make them pass protect any better. You're not going to make the wide receivers and running backs do anything any more than what they're doing right now. That's very bad news. What we need right now is to build around the quarterback that we have. Now, let me mention this. Drafting another quarterback, what if he doesn't fit the scheme? Now you have to bring him up to speed on what Arthur Smith wants. So if you think the playbook is generic now, put in a fresh quarterback, another rookie, mind you, that may not know the scheme, that may have to be brought up to what Arthur Smith wants, on top of having to go through his rookie mistakes. You set this team back another 2-3 years. Easy. And that's just the bare minimum. Let me see what Tell Sports and Gaming said. Some people think rebuild means just get a new QB till one work out instead of developing your already QB and making a corrective move. You hit it right on the head, Tell. This is what we've been talking about.
It's a process.
Right. Right.
That's a process.
There's nothing wrong with Ritter, but Ritter going through his progression as a rookie. There's nothing wrong with it. What y'all got to understand is every QB ain't going to come out throwing their first touchdown like Matt Ryan did. Y'all got to get out of that, man.
He's one of the few that done it.
Right.
So
Ritter is going
trying to run him out.
Right. Ritter is going to eclipse in his own way. He's going to do something special in his own way. It's not going to be that.
I want people to look at something also. Think about this. Ritter played 4 years in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had 4 losses in college, right? Look at all the quarterbacks that was drafted during his time. Look at their records. Compare their records to this man's record. There is no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Zero comparison to it.
No, because most of his alumni have played a full year, if anything. What's going on, Miss Pamela Johnson? How you doing?
Hey, Miss Pamela Johnson. And like I said, half the guys who played probably played 2 years, if that.
Right, right.
So they really don't have no kind of experience. This guy actually has experience. So he's a quarterback that's been developed while he was in college too.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, he's catching up to the NFL speed. It's different. It is different from college what's going. You got they threw these guys into the fire. For instance, Fields. He's from Ohio State. Give me a quarterback from Ohio State that's been successful. I'm waiting. Give me one. None of them. So you guys want this mantra of this super athlete who has no type of, quarterback thinking or processing, they get that plays from the sideline. Okay, what's the play, coach? Well, throw the ball there? Yes, coach. That's what you've been seeing in these college guys. That's what you guys want.
And yeah, and I like what Miss said right here. Desmond needs a full season before you can make any choices. Breaking the bank for Lamar isn't the move for us. See, this, Mitch, we here. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what we've been trying to tell you guys.
I do.
What sense does it make to get a quarterback and not fix your O-line and defense? Because if he scores 40 points and the other team scores 41, we lose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how many yards rushing we got. I don't care how many yards passing we got. If we cannot stop teams from scoring, it does not matter. If we can't get pressure on their quarterback, imposing our will on them becomes null and void. That means even the teams that we're supposed to beat have a probability of beating us. And this is what we've been talking about all season. We have lost games by one score. Almost, I would say, 60% of them?
At least 8 games. Yeah. 7, 8 games.
Yeah. If the defense makes stops and they don't score those points, we win.
21 points. We needed 22 points to win a lot of these games. And we was in position to win a lot of these games. We had opportunities, but things just didn't work out our way.
No.
So that's something that do need to be worked on. I do got to say that. We do got to learn how to finish a whole game, complete game. Like K-Sal said earlier, we need to play 4 quarters. Sometimes we play 3 quarters. Sometimes we play 2.5 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
But 4th quarters, this team seems to turn it on. They need to be in 4th quarter mode every game.
Right.
So that's a problem. We're not in 4th quarter mode through the whole game. We're in 4th quarter mode, 4th quarter. So a lot of those games are sometimes we pressure ourselves and put ourselves under that pressure. Then when people are, oh man, and that's how people get. I understand why the fans get upset sometimes. I do, but hey, it's a process, man. We got players on this team. We got maybe 12 vets on this team.
Yeah,
super vets. More than 4 or 5 years experience.
Right.
These are young kids, man.
And give this man a full season. You're judging him on 4 games. 4 games. Give this man a full season.
Got to.
He barely got his feet wet.
We had one. Gonna be 3 games he's gonna be playing this year. This is this gonna be his 2nd game this week.
Yeah.
Last week was his first start, right?
New Orleans was.
New Orleans. He's gonna get 4 games on his belt.
Yeah. 4 games. So let's just play devil's advocate. Take everybody in his rookie class and judge them by 4 games. Take everybody in Ritter's rookie class and judge them by 4 games. Because and I'm gonna say this right now. The quarterback everybody talked about on Chicago, Justin Fields. If you judge Justin Fields by his first 4 games, Justin Fields is absolute trash.
All right, here you go. These are your quarterbacks that were drafted this year. This is 9 quarterback picks in the 22 through Malik Willis.
1.
Kenny Pickett.
2.
Sam Howell.
3.
Matt Corral.
4. Now, Coach.
Yep.
Just stop right there. Malik Willis,
Mm.
his first 4 games, how did he do?
He ain't doing too well.
Kenny Pickett, his
He ain't
first
done
4
too
games.
well. Same thing. Sam Howell, I don't
First
think
4.
he played. I think he played one game, if that.
Mm-hmm.
But all those guys, what you can say about those? A lot of interceptions. Matt
So,
Corral, hurt. I got one guy here who's actually, because he's on a team that's kind of established and he's under a Shanahan system, who's going to be very ball control, is that Brock Purdy kid.
okay, let's talk about that. What did you just say?
He's on a ball control team. Yeah, of course. The team's
But
already kind of established.
there you go.
Yeah.
So we gonna judge his class by the first 4 games. Coach just let you know a good 80% of them had bad starts in 4 games.
It's still looking like, yeah.
And one of them on a well-established team actually did something. So if you put that on the Falcons and we have a decent O-line and we got a defense that makes stops and gets sacks and gets quarterback pressure, then Ritter's numbers go up. By default.
Hold on,
because they already can't stop our run game.
Hold on, I'm gonna go with something with you guys. Those are also the ratings that they had everybody coming in. That's also how they rated them throughout the season. How they thought they were going to do. They had Malik Willis rated the highest out of all the quarterback that was taken. So, yeah. Nobody knows until you play the game. So, yeah. It's a give and take thing, man. You just got to Bailey Zappi here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Miss made a good point. To give Ritter Kyle Pitts and it would be a totally different story. Yeah, it'd be a different story. Every team in the league is scared of Kyle Pitts. Every team.
That's what I do. Try to tuck his knees out.
Right.
He didn't want to man up.
No. Not at all. Period. Kerry says, how many stars has Malik Willis had this season?
Maybe 1, maybe 2. And somebody just said that he ain't starting nothing. Josh Dobbs started. So
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, so,
this is why we say you got to have patience. We told you. We said, look, everybody belly aching over Mariota. Mariota is what he is. But if you put Ritter in, you got to understand, you're going to have patience because he's a rookie. He's going to have to go through his time of making mistakes and getting stuff getting his feet under him before he really shows you who he is. We said this. Everybody, we want Ritter. We ain't worried. You ain't worried about that. You ain't worried about it until we not winning, and all of a sudden now you want to go and get another quarterback. I just hate to say it. That's not going to be the case. Not in the draft anyway.
I'm looking at something on what's going. As of now, the Falcons are at $83 million in dead money. As of now, because every time somebody get cut, they still got to get paid. As of now, it's $83 million just this year in dead money. With us, yeah, that's not great. So,
But what about that? When they cut Mariota, that saves them $12 million?
No, you got to pay him. You still got to. No, Mariota's not cut. He's still on the team right now. He's not cut. He's still on the team. He's still getting paid. He's not cut. He's still getting paid. Okay, so if we was to cut Mariota, what is that right now? Because Mariota signed a nice little contract, if I'm not mistaken.
Says $12 million.
Yeah. So you cut Mariota before the season next year. He gonna have a cap number of 2.5 million, and we will save 12 million.
Yeah, see that ain't gonna really hurt because Terry Fontenot.
But that'll put our salary cap at 82 million there.
Yeah, it'll put it at 82 million, but you got to look at it. This is gonna be a wild free agency because you're gonna have a lot of teams right now with players that ain't happy, especially the ones that ain't making it to the playoffs. So they're gonna be looking to get rid of players and switching. So that in itself is going to lend us a little bit of cushion.
Well, they're gonna cut next year. I got the what's called for everybody that's on the team for next year. It's a interesting looking thing here. They're gonna cut that guy. He's not gonna be on the team next year.
What you got so far, Coach?
I'm looking at the people they may cut next year. Where they gonna save money at? That Woodside won't be. He's making $1 million. So we got a lot of people who are not gonna do anything for us. But yeah, he ain't making no money. But it's gonna be a lot of people gone next year. So go ahead.
Don't we have like 10 to 12 players that's on 1-year deals?
Got a lot of players on 1-year deal. Whole bunch of players on 1-year deal. Cardell, this is just a guesstimate. You'll save $1 million, $1.7 million. Cardell was cut. AJ gonna get new money, but they don't owe him like $4 million next year. So, yeah, it's money, man. Lots of money can be saved next year. That's just 2023. 2022. We got a lot of people to save a lot of money. You cut a lot of people.
Right. So let's go ahead and jump into this next topic right here, which I saw this and I was just like,
Oh.
Yeah, you already know. It said Falcons trading Kyle Pitts, several teams calling per report.
Let me take that
one. What you got to say about that, Coach?
All right, think about this. If you guys remember what Fontenot said early in the year, he said, "Yeah, they're gonna take calls." He said, "But for that to happen, it has to be an offer that they cannot refuse." They must have to refuse it because he's still here. See, people don't want Cal. See, now think about it. Nobody in the last couple of years, nobody called early in the season about Cal Pitts having.
No.
You just heard right now.
Right.
Now, Desmond's playing. They know so I can get the ball to Desmond. They know Desmond can get the ball to Cal. They ain't liking that.
No.
Now they worried.
Right.
It's a worry thing. To me, this is just my own opinion. They're worried right now. So, but
you know what? But you know what? You hit the nail on the head. Because what were we saying? After Kyle was drafted, why did y'all take a tight end that high? Why did y'all take a tight end that high in the draft? And we kept telling y'all, it's chess, not checkers. Because at that point in time, we had no room. We had no rooms at all. We had no running back room. We had no wide receiver room. Mm-hmm. What up, Big Ant?
What's going on, y'all?
What's up, man?
Chilling. But we had no running back room. What up, Blackberry?
Whole team, what's happening? What up?
We over here talking about this Kyle Pitts.
Hey man, why you go so early today?
Plan of attack from me and Ms Maggie.
Okay. I didn't know. I know you were going on early. I didn't know you was going on early. I thought you were going on after.
We posted it earlier in the group chat, but that's new start time. That's new start time.
Okay. Cool.
So we didn't have a running back room. We didn't have a wide receiver room. We started getting bigger players and tougher running backs. So now that we have a quarterback that they know is not gun shy and that can throw the ball, Pitts now becomes the threat everybody fears him to be. Mm-hmm. And coach made a very good point. But fellas, we talking about Falcons trading Kyle Pitts, several teams calling per report. And what's your take on that, man?
So what? Hold on. I got a question for everybody. Is the NFL a business or is it not?
It is.
Okay, so aren't there speculations, rumors floating around in every damn business?
It is.
So why are we complaining? Why are we focusing on this? We already know he's not going nowhere.
Well,
unless we get every team everybody they might have first round pick. They got like 4 first round picks.
I highly doubt that.
That's all you gonna get. A couple first round picks and they second and they third in next year draft.
Highway robbery, pretty much.
You gotta do like what they did to Mike Dicker down in what's going. They got Ricky Williams.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Gave up the whole kitchen sink.
The whole house.
Oh man.
They took the soup off the dome. They just put dome. They took away the dome and everything. Just
right. What's your thoughts on that, Blackberry?
It's gonna be a little controversial. You sure you want me to give it to you like it? How you want it? You want it raw? You want some grease on it? How you want it?
It's the new year. I would give it the way you want to do it.
Go. You know me. I like mine sizzle. Put a little bit of Crisco on.
Make me feel good.
Well, let me sit back there.
I don't have an issue with the idea of trading Kyle Pitts if it comes with some serious draft picks in the first round, and I mean top 5.
Futures to come.
4, it the most the 5th pick, but top 4, and it got to come with a standout player.
Mm-hmm.
Now give me your first, second, your third.
Right.
Next year first.
Right. In every category.
I would consider that.
I would consider that then.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for some reason this year more than any other year, rumor, well, not necessarily rumor, because I don't think this rumor. I think this is a fact. I think teams are calling for Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
But so much drama being built up outside of the field for players, coaches, a lot of movement before the offseason even start being talked about. And I get this time of year, that's when you're gonna start hearing this team calling the trade talks. You're gonna start hearing the scenarios and the possible trades that could happen. But Kyle Pitts is very interesting to me because I don't think we need him. I don't think we need Kyle Pitts because of the system we run on offense. Now I know we start liking players. He's definitely once in a generational talent, and I think you would be a little bit. You got to be crazy to trade him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we need him. Is that possible? Is that possible to say he's a once in a generational talent that's going to be very profitable for this team in a sense of you could get some draft picks, you could get another big time player where you need to fill in a hole somewhere on the team, like defensive tackle, like in the secondary. Is that possible to say that you don't need a guy that's a once in a generational talent? Because it's at tight end.
A lot of teams have done it without.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah, possibility is there. I'm connected. I'm gonna connect what you were saying with Coach, because he hit on something very key. Yeah, you don't necessarily need him as a core player, because if that was the case, when he went out, we wouldn't have won nothing else. Period. But Coach made a very interesting point before you guys jumped on. He said, why is it that nobody called for Kyle Pitts early on in the season? But all of a sudden, when they plugged Ritter in, now that he's hurt, they're calling for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach said that it's because they know that Ritter's a type of quarterback that can get the ball to Pitts. And what have we been saying all season? When Pitts wasn't, why didn't Marcus throw to him? Why wasn't Marcus throwing to him? And that in itself scares teams, because they don't want Kyle Pitts to be that tight end that can take the top off of defense, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's possible that we don't need him because we got a very good run game, and they're already having a hard time with Drake London.
I mean, yes, because of the system we run. Think about this. We look a whole lot like the 49ers, right? As far as like our scheme, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's something the 49ers got we don't on offense?
They got a trick receiver who can do more than one thing.
Right.
They have a better receiving core.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah.
So
they do.
So with their tight end? Help me with his name.
Kittle.
Yeah.
George Kittle.
If he can stay healthy, yeah.
George Kittle isn't necessarily needed by the 49ers.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But he's there for when they need to use him. That's the same thing with Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Because they don't really need George Kittle for what they're running with the 49ers.
Now, let me come in on the same thing you guys talking about here. Think about this. Next year draft, not this coming up with the following year's draft.
25.
Look at the 25, 24. No, 24.
24
draft.
My bad.
Look at the tight ends that are coming out then. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That tight end class that's coming out next year, not 23 or 24.
Deep.
It's gonna
be
deep. I mean kimchi deep. So what you saying, Blackberry? It has some merit. It does.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, the team. I'm a Georgia homer. I'm a Georgia homer for a team that draft Browers. You can go to the Super Bowl with that team. That kid is more than one thing.
Yes. Coach,
so
stop it.
Whoever get that kid ready next in the 24, if you got the right pieces around that kid right there, you can set yourself up for 6-7 years strong.
Strong.
So like I said, we got some tight ends coming out next year, man. It's like, what the hell are these guys doing? These ain't tight ends. These are running back, wide receiver. I call them backhands.
Man.
What do you want to call it? They all can run the ball.
Yeah.
They
His
all can
speed, man.
and they all got good speed. So
Man.
Now, with Coach saying that, isn't that why it's important to shore up the trenches now?
Almost definitely.
Yep. Now. Yeah. Starts now.
Because don't you want a team that when you get players like this, or should you decide to get players like this, is pretty much plug and play?
Bingo.
Instead of plug and cover up? That's what we played this year. We played plug and cover up.
Like the roads of downtown Atlanta.
This year, man, like I said, this was a jigsaw puzzle. You're just trying to find a piece to put in a spot. That's what this was this year. We had a jigsaw puzzle. So, okay, that piece fit. May not match, but it fits. That's how it was this year. So, as we go on, like I said, this team is built. It's like great teams. A lot of great teams built through the draft. This is only their second draft, guys.
Yep.
And everybody who we have drafted has some kind of key role in this team. Somewhere.
Yep. There we go.
Somewhere in this team, they got all the guys they've drafted, except the guy they drafted last year, who thought have been the fastest thing on earth, but he was slow. Came from Ohio State. He came from Ohio State. It figures, so that's
right.
But so this team is doing well through this draft, man. We don't have 2 good years of decent guys getting drafted. Like I said, every one of those guys who've been drafted last 2 years got some roles on this team. They're doing something that's positive for this team. So let us work it, man.
Yeah. So in other words, don't panic.
Yeah.
Don't go throwing your jerseys now. Don't go throwing tickets out the window. Every team has to listen to calls or whatever. Like you said, it just depends on what they're offering.
Yep.
And what positions or where the team is trying to go at, so if they're going to trade a player or not. So you're going to hear, like Blackberry said, you're going to hear a lot of this. You're going to hear a lot of it. It's not going to hit. But before we do that, we got to pay the bills right quick. I want my brother Blackberry to do this right here. Wow. Blackberry, go ahead and do us the honors, bro.
Home team, it's the holiday season, and a lot of us been doing a lot of ripping and running for these kids, for these family members, and we get all frustrated and get all antsy about being in the shopping centers and having to deal with lines and people trying to take the last this and the last that, and you gotta fight somebody at the cash register for. Listen, if you just want to get something real nice, that's gonna smell good. You're gonna smell good. You're gonna feel good after you use it. Cause trust me, I done used it in the shower, baby. Go to Manscaped. Go to Manscaped and use the promo code AFN and get 20% off and free shipping. Everybody likes something that's free. Free shipping. 20% off. Use the code AFN. They got everything from deodorant, ball deodorant, body wash, soap, draws, whatever you need. Look, it ain't nothing like getting out the shower and feeling like $1 million, baby. Hey, go use the promo code AFN right now and get 20% off if you use the promo code AFN at Manscaped. Free shipping. And I'm gonna take a page out of my boy Knight Rider book. Let it whip, Junior Flip.
You've been Manscaped. Appreciate that, bro. Now, Coach, would you put the picture up, please, for this one?
Which one? Go ahead, talk.
Graded.
Oh, your buddy?
Yeah, man.
Graded, baby.
Yes.
Ain't that Jesse boy? That's Jesse boy.
That's Jesse.
That totally is Jesse boy. I remember when he was knocking over trash cans and his diapers.
Okay.
That boy good, yeah.
Real good.
That's Jesse boy. That boy good.
Falcons. Same-ish, different year. Grady Jarrett sounds off after playoff elimination. All right, Coach, go ahead. We gonna let Big Ant take this one. Go ahead, and cut it.
Cut it off.
Yeah.
All right, let me get this off real quick. What we got?
Mm.
Hold on, I gotta find it. There we go. Hi, Ant. No.
How you doing, Ant?
Y'all stupid. You know what? This frustration started with Grady with the past regime because they kept making they kept bringing the wrong people in place to help him, and they wouldn't coach them up. And now you see, why he's like that. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into this later on with what Arthur Smith said. They're gonna get some help. It's just a matter of time. They couldn't do nothing this year because we cap strong. But wait till this off season.
Shout out to Ms Maggie Fontenot. Hey, look, everybody, right quick, make sure you guys tune in and check out Champagne Confessions, Ms Maggie T, and the lovely ladies over there. They'll be breaking down real world stuff and some juicy stuff at the same time. So y'all want to make sure y'all don't miss out on that. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, and we'll throw you that link. Or give you the time slot of when it's gonna jump off. But we just had to shout out Ms Maggie Fontenot. Salute to you. That's the lady in charge right there.
Put your champagne glasses up.
That's it. Clean. But I want to get this to Blackberry. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Grady is well within his right to feel the way he feels.
Yep.
Who wants to have losing seasons year after year after year, especially when you're at the caliber of a Grady Jarrett and you bringing your A game.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just did grades over on the Rex Pit just a minute ago. He's one of the him, Chris Lindstrom, and Tyler Adjia, the only 3 players on this team to get an A. Mm-hmm. So when you got a guy who's consistent at bringing his A game year after year, season after season, but he's a part of a losing effort, it's just a matter of time before he be like, you know what, this losing shit got to stop.
Mm-hmm. Blow it up. Yep.
It took Trae Young 2 years to say it. 2. Because Trae said after that first season, he said, I like to win.
Mm-hmm.
We changing shit around here.
We got to get some winning going on around here. In the next season, what happened? Eastern Conference Finals.
Oof.
And people might think that the Hawks trended down, but really, they were still trending up because this team's still growing. With the Falcons, what we doing right now? We're growing.
Got you. Got to start somewhere, shit.
We're growing. And this is a part of the process. When your leaders start voicing their opinions, is their legitimate feelings.
That's when things change.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, if I didn't, because with Grady, if I didn't have your attention before Terry Fontenot, I got it now. I got your attention now, Terry.
You don't want to get rid of him because you're going to get salary cap. They'll kill you.
Mm-hmm. Skyrocket. Go straight to the sky.
And what's another thing that great players do? They like to find other great players to put around them. You think Grady don't got his eye on some prospects out there like, man, I sure like to have this guy next to me.
Facts.
I got your attention now, Terry. I'm tired of losing. I want to see such and such next to me next season. Make it
Mhm.
happen. Whether it's in the draft, free agency, or trade, more likely ain't gonna be a trade. But if it's somebody that Grady see available, and he like, hey, remember what I said, Terry? I'm tired of losing. He got Terry attention now.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Shout out to Wolf.
That's
Day
exactly
one,
what it
A1.
is.
What up, Wolf? Salute, man.
What up, Wolf?
And Grady has never spoken out like that ever in all the
Never.
years he's been here.
Not that harsh. Nope. He's never been that harsh.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Shout out to Isaac Crimes right here for this. This is one of the dumbest decisions I've ever heard of. We signed Poe for a year, let him walk and sign Sanu. One of the dumbest decisions ever made in Falcons history. Grady ate good that year.
Yeah.
With a
Coach,
big
what's your-
body, they're gonna take. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
Like I said,
what's your thoughts on that?
well, Grady needs another person next to him. He needs somebody who's gonna take off those double teams, help him out in the double team.
Yep.
Yeah.
If he has somebody who can take on, because Grady still getting triple team. Don't know why somebody should be in that hole. He's still getting triple team. But yeah, man, he needs that extra body because then he's free to roam. Why y'all think Aaron Donald was so great? He had a guy who can take on that double team. Leave him one-on-one with somebody. All those years, that's what was going on. So Grady needs that same type of role. Need that role player doing the same thing.
Well, both of y'all, right? And I'm going to say this much. First off, I remember Mike said it back in the day. He said, Arthur Blank is a billionaire. He said billionaires pretty much get what they want. And Arthur Blank himself said he wants to win. Arthur Smith, we all know, wants to win. He got a point to prove. But Blackberry was correct. Grady now saying that puts the front office on notice as we got to fix this and we got to fix this now.
Right, tomorrow.
And what he said is tying this all together. This is why I'm telling people, I said this. We're not drafting a quarterback in this draft. We may get one in free agency or whatever, but we're not drafting a quarterback. That's not happening.
Nope.
The primary thing is going to probably go defense, then offense, then special teams. Because when your premier defensive player that has been the backbone of your defense since forever tells you he tired of losing, that means Terry in there making calls. And like Blackberry said, you don't think he ain't looking at film, looking at other players? Players talk to players. Players look at other players. Players do more scouting than the scouting teams. Players do more scouting for other players than the scouting teams do.
Or is it somebody in the draft? He's like, we need that guy right there.
Right. Because that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Because Grady looking at it like, okay, yeah, this what I think was behind that comment as well. Yeah, you tried to get Goldman here. I get it. You went and got Vincent Taylor. I get it. Shit happened. You can't control it. But in the draft, what have you done for old Grady Jarrett lately?
Right.
Everything's been it for everybody else. But when you gonna draft a star defensive tackle to come alongside me?
Right.
Help a brother out.
Right. Help me help you. Because we all know that you put any star defensive tackle next to Grady Jarrett, that defense just got a whole lot scarier. And this is and you saw it in the beginning, in the first 3 to 4 games. We were mauling people. People actually had to pay attention to the defense. And that right there, you give Grady an opportunity to roam because you already got AK. You already got Troy Anderson. you already got Lorenzo Carter.
Solid pick.
Them boys, you give somebody that eats up space and allows them to roam free.
Oh, he's a free agent next year.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Who that, Coach?
Oh my God, Deron Payne's a free agent next year. Oh,
Yes. Yes.
fuck. I'm looking ahead there. I'm like, I had to go check.
Fine note. Look, if you're watching this show, bro, I need you to be throwing some chips in, sir.
Hey, front and center.
Where y'all think Jalen Carter get drafted at next year in the draft?
He's going 3.
Yeah. I would say Kyle Pitts is worth a 3rd pick in the draft.
Most definitely.
Just saying.
Think about this now. Hold on. I seen who I don't did like 2 pre-draft things. I'm a fool like that. I like doing mock draft. You know what they got every time? Who's there every time?
Who?
The kid from Alabama, the DN from Alabama. He's always there.
Will Anderson.
Always there. Every time I've drafted. I was like, but we got enough DNs. We need a big man. But also, I always get the big guy from Baylor too in the 2nd round. He's always there too.
Oh, don't worry. What have I always said this? What have I said this whole season? Anytime something happens, we got stuff up our sleeve. Because, and I've said this to a lot of people, your star player doesn't say that and you don't take notice, and Terry ain't been making phone calls.
Oh, Terry's talking to somebody already. Don't
you got to think, the minute we were put out of the playoffs, Terry been making phone calls on how to improve certain areas without having to pay a lot of money. Because what they're gonna try to do, and this is in my opinion, is handle the little stuff so that when we get to the draft, we can focus on getting defensive players and stuff like that for little enough. Because he's not trying to break the bank. Because like we told you, we got players that we got to pay. And we trying to keep.
And most of our players on their rookie contracts here right now.
Right.
Yep.
Right. And that is because you got to develop the talent you got. You need to keep the O-line, which is cohesive together. Outside of Darman, excuse me, but cuss word. But players like that, positions like that, we get a solid center, and we get somebody to help Grady out on defense. Do you know how that ups the chances of us winning next season?
Reset.
Because we already said you can't judge Rid off of 4 games, because if that's the case, you need to judge everybody in his class off 4 games. And coach already went over it.
Facts.
Not a lot of them had good starts. So you put a better O-line around him and you get a better defense to make stops. Like I said, we in the playoffs, and we in the playoffs deep. We like what? Top, we're like what? Maybe what, 4 or 5 seed in the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
He's the big boy too.
Yeah. And you know, we I know Blackberry said it, Mike and them said it. We are gonna have shows where we're gonna be going over the draft and you know, off-season free agency. So you guys make sure you stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna take a deep dive into possible draft prospects. I know Coach probably got a whole damn board over there already.
Already started. I already started.
But that actually segues into the next topic right here, which is how does a draft position affect changes with a current depth chart? Mm-hmm. Coach, I'm gonna let you take this one.
How does it affect? It's gonna change the whole dynamic. A lot of these guys who are on the team this year, I don't expect to see a lot of people back this year. I'm just
talk about
it. If you're starting this year, I think they're gonna keep Darwin around. Yeah, I'm gonna Finn Dolman for a minute. All right, just go over it for a minute. First year starting, right? Second
Mm-hmm.
year in the league, right? He beat out Hennessy. Hennessy was terrible last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched film of this guy. He's not strong. He's not a big guy. He's only what 6'1", 6'2". He's not a big guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think his strength, if he can get stronger, because he's not a bad center when it comes down to doing certain things. So, um, but he just looks so bad sometimes. It's hard to explain,
Uh,
but I think it's more strength. I think he needs to get stronger.
strong.
I saw Blackberry. I think I know where he's going with this. Blackberry, go ahead and throw your thoughts in there. I think I know
Oh
where
no,
he's going with this.
I would just show a love to my brother Night Rider. That's all I was doing. But I was showing love to my brother Night Rider because we the ones and them the twos. But I mean, for me, this circle right back around to the Kyle Pitts topic.
Mm-hmm.
It circle right back around to it because if I can't be hypocritical about it and say if I think we don't necessarily need Kyle Pitts, then he's profitable in the trade.
Oh yeah, he's definitely profitable. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Then draft position affects changes most definitely to the current depth chart because Kyle Pitts is practically at the center of that. So, I mean, it could be a drastic change where, and did people ever think about it? Because I know a lot of people saying, man, we passed up on some quality defensive tackles to draft Kyle Pitts, which I agree with. I definitely agree with you. But did you stop to think maybe Terry them had their eye on somebody that was coming out a couple seasons later in the
Of
draft?
course.
And maybe,
Of course.
and maybe
Mhm.
Kyle Pitts
Mm.
was a move for draft capital. Maybe he was a pick fourth to trade later on. Because you know what Arthur Smith want to do with his offense. You don't necessarily need a pass catching tight end for this offense. It's good to have one. Like I go back to the George Kittle reference. But you really don't need them. And where we sit at right now, like ninth or something like that in the picks.
They had us. I thought they had us at 6 or 7.
Seven at them now.
So
Yeah.
we sitting at 7.
We can squeeze. Listen, okay. Let me go. I'm sorry, Blackberry.
No, you good.
If we lose the next 2 games, right? Don't want it to happen. I'd be pissed off if we do. But if that was the case, we can get all the way down to 5, guys.
Yeah. We'll be in the top 5.
And 5, that's a damn good chance that Jalen Carter can still be there.
Jalen Carter can still be there.
Think about that. If 2 quarterbacks go off, yeah.
I think you got to go. I think you have to go defensive tackle
Yeah, you do.
in the first round.
You do.
I don't even think it's a question.
Nope.
I'm gonna look at the draft order right now. I'm
Because what has been the biggest problem? It hasn't been the offense. It hasn't been special teams. It's been making the stops. It's been making the stops. Them first quarters have been brutal.
Yeah, Porter's 1 through 2. The first
We got us
them
at
quarters.
6 now. I'm sorry, guys.
We at 6?
Yeah.
We at
Okay,
6.
this is
Yeah.
you got Houston. Houston gonna stay at 1, no matter what.
All
Then you
right.
got Chicago. They won't.
Yeah.
We won't. I don't think we can. Well, they got to go in 5. They got to win their next 2 games to catch us. Houston's in 1, no matter what you look at. Seattle will get Denver pick, who is 4-11. So Denver can win their next 2 games and go past us, but that's another story.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Then we got Arizona. We got Arizona this week. So Arizona could be tied with us if they win. Right? That'll drop us down 1 more. Like what? Right. Indianapolis. They're 4-9. they can win their next 2 games, and we could drop all the way down to 4, technically.
You know what? I want to say something, and I'm gonna kind of flip it again. What if Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot want to see what they got out of their draft pick in Kyle Pitts, but know that they need to take care of home first?
Very possible.
Because, hear me out, you have a quarterback that you put in that's only going to be good, that's only going to have 4 games under his belt and a preseason game. Then you got an injured tight end who is a phenom who will be coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Drake London, who now has taken his lumps, and there's certain things he's got to work on. And with Coach saying where we are in the draft right now, depending on how our next 2 games go.
Josh is right. He's absolutely right.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying too. That's why I started laughing. That's why I started laughing.
Just think, I would go on a limb and say, like you said, Blackberry, it's possible that he could be traded, or he could be draft capital, depending on whatever goes down. But I'm thinking, if I'm a diabolical thinker, I want to see what this tight end can do with this quarterback I got. I want to see how many problems I can cause teams next season.
I mean, like I said, he's practically our George Kittle.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
So I still think he's crazy, but sometimes you got to be a little crazy in football. You got to do some crazy shit.
Right.
If you trade him and it's worth it, then I'll understand. But
y'all remember like maybe game 4 or 5 when I said that not exactly tanking, but not really trying to really win. Y'all remember I said that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. You remember I said that, right?
That's why Michael Walker had the green dot for so damn long. I don't care what nobody say.
You know, so not saying they tanking. I still, I've seen it happen in high school. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I
got a question to that when you get done. I got a question to that.
It's like there's a way you can do certain things to not look like you're really doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can do all the right things. You can say all the right things. You can play all the right ways, and but you still. Because think about this. Look at some things. Some things look like, okay, I knew that was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
It's
then other things come out of left field.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know this team here, when they're going.
Right.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden it's like, why did we stop doing that?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
The momentum does this.
But how?
And it is.
How in like a split instinct? You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Well, since you said that, let me ask you this. And from where I look at it, if we was already rated a 2-15 team,
we are the TC. What was that? Yes.
What's you really not tanking for this position?
You're right about that. You're right about that. So
because I've said, and I said this, and a lot of people got mad, especially on Twitter. I said, why are we upset when we did not get into the playoffs? And I said, I made this comment before. I said, right now, in my opinion, I don't think we're a playoff type competing team because we have too many holes in certain areas. And I tell people, it's not about in the playoffs. It's about how you play, not who you play.
Exactly.
There we go.
In
Talk
the
about it.
regular season, it's about who you play, because then that adds to your record. It's about how you play in the playoffs, because you got to play it like you want it. So it don't matter who is playing. You got to play every game like you want it, or play every game like, yeah, I deserve to be here. But I'm like, if we're a 2-15 team, what everybody said, you're not tanking if you get just above that, because we're doing what a rebuilding team does. And if people are saying that we're overachieving, how, like, we are where we are, because we are what we are. As painful as that sounds, it is what it is. So you can't really take if you are where you are. It's not like nobody had us slated for the playoffs until we got over 3 wins.
And that's
until we ran over the 49ers and we gave Cleveland hell, then all of a sudden we had hopes of going to the playoffs. Up until that point, wasn't nobody paying us no attention.
Nope.
They was waiting for the narrative to drop. Well, 2-15.
All right, I got something for you guys also. This is a mock draft through one of these little sites that I have here, right? They got Houston taking C.J. Stroud, right? They got Chicago taking Jalen Carter. They got Chicago taking Jalen Carter. They got Seattle, who got the pick from Denver, taking Will Anderson. Which they are sock. Oh my God, they fucking sock. Pissing me off. Anyway, Arizona's going to take Mal Murphy, hometown kid. He's the edge guy. Indianapolis going for a quarterback. You know they want Little Bryce. And they got Atlanta at 6, taking Joey Porter Jr. Cornerback. Damn good cornerback. Damn one of the best one that's out
in the
there.
draft.
Yeah, he's one of the best one out there. So that's where it's at right now for the top 6 right now. But you know, that's going to probably change somewhere. But who knows?
Now I want to say this. Just because we think a player is going to go in a certain position, don't mean he's going to drop there.
Exactly.
Yep.
Remember that. That's the same conversation we had last draft, and we didn't think a lot of these quarterbacks dropped as low as they did. Nobody thought Malik Willis was going to drop where he dropped at all.
I did. But that's another story. That boy.
But you see how that goes. So it's always a crapshoot when you are on the draft. You know, you got a good percentage of players. You know, okay, we know he's gonna go here. But with the quarterback, and this is why I want y'all to pay attention. This is where the smoke and mirrors come in at. With the quarterback issues that teams have been having, it's going to be, even though the quarterback, it's going to be a quarterback-heavy draft. They're going to be talking about it a lot. What's going to go under the radar is a lot of these defensive players. Not all of them, but most of them.
Yep.
Pay attention to that. And the teams that's smart enough to know what they need on their roster will capitalize on those players that's being overlooked. That's where you get your diamonds in the rough. So be mindful of that.
But I got a question for everybody on the panel. Now, you know what Blackberry said earlier about the Kyle Pitts thing, right?
Right.
Would Atlanta be willing to trade their first round pick and a Kyle Pitts to Chicago just to get Jalen?
I was thinking the same thing.
Would they be willing to do that?
I don't think it's far-fetched. I think it's something that's probably on they got on the damn sticky note somewhere on next to a tablet or something. Think about this.
Because Kyle Pitts is a first round talent.
He's a first round talent.
You probably can get away with just trading Kyle Pitts and giving up your second
round pick.
And have 2 first round picks.
Because what if Chicago be like, you know, really what we think we need is a corner. Really what we think we need is a running back. They can get their running back in the second round. They can get their corner in the first.
Now, also think about this also. No, I ain't giving I ain't even saying that. I'm talking about just going straight Kyle Pitts. Right? We keep our first 2 picks, first round picks. Kyle Pitts is and I give the one next year. And give up Kyle Pitts, second round this year, and the first next year. To keep our second, get that second and keep our 7.
Okay.
Right? Now, with that being said, like I said, this is hypothetical.
This is all hypothetical, chat. It's all hypothetical.
Just imagine, now, just think now. Justin Fields and Kyle Pitts. That's a nasty little combination because he'll throw the ball deep.
True.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, hypothetical people. This ain't true talk. This is
no.
This is coach
barbershop talk.
This is coach talking outside his head. You know, I do that a lot. I like to go another direction.
This is that barbershop talk.
And then we get a Jalen Carter and a cornerback all in one scoop.
What?
Give me that.
I mean,
Tremble say we talking crazy as hell.
Well, that's why we say hypothetical, because you got to look at it. You're looking at it like this. That would also depend on who we let go off of these 1-year deals. Because the 2 things that the Falcons are going to do is they're going to build depth at certain positions, and they're going to be trying to fill in holes and stuff where they can fortify something. And in my opinion, they're going defense in the draft. They're going defense in the draft. Because they, like I said, they're not trying to have no problems with Grady Jarrett.
I got a question for the fans also. We call him the unicorn, right? I love Kyle Pitts to death. I do. Just like I love Julio, right? When he was here. But they didn't do shit for us in the end zone.
Yep. You can talk about double teams all you want to. The other guys in the league that's up in their echelon, they get end zone, they get touchdowns in the red zone.
Kelsey,
Kittle,
Mark Andrews.
I mean,
list goes on and on. I mean,
yeah. I understand. I understand the fan base. This fan base is gonna be pissed off, and no matter what you do, they
mad now. So they already calling for another quarterback. So you can't go based on the fan base.
Exactly. So I'm just thinking. This is logical. He's the unicorn. Yes, he looked great. He was the greatest thing coming out of Slice Break as a rookie.
Right.
But he is good draft.
We need trenches though.
But people got to understand. To get the best out of Kyle Pitts, you have to have a certain quarterback. You have to have, even with a run-first team, you still have to have a quarterback that was going to throw. And we kept telling y'all, Marcus was not that kind of quarterback. This is why Kyle Pitts did not see as many snaps. It's because Arthur knew Marcus Mariota was not confident in his throwing ability at all. So it was no use to put him. You're putting a tight end on the field to be a decoy or block, and he's not a blocking tight end. This is what y'all got to understand. Most of what he did, especially with his hamstrings and stuff, he's not a blocking tight end.
Alex Edwards is tripping, bro. He is tripping hard. You is tripping.
He's not. He was not drafted as a blocking tight end. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question for everybody again. I got one more question for you, Juan. If we had more than one receiver last year that was capable, could Kyle Pitts get all those yards?
He would have to share it.
That's what I'm saying.
He would have to share it.
Think about it.
That's what I'm saying.
People think about that.
You got to think. George Kittle was there before Shanahan got there. Shanahan just understood that.
But what's good? Think about it. He's not getting all the balls he used to get before either.
That's right. George Kittle do not get the targets he used to get. Those targets is going to Ayuk
and
and
Debo
Debo
Samuel.
Samuel.
Right.
Yep.
Because they running up because at this point in time, they're leaning more towards their run game.
Kyle Pitts was the only option that Matt had last year too.
Right.
Exactly.
Because he was Julio-esque as far as size and stuff like that.
And we weren't running this offense.
No, we weren't running a run first offense. No. That's what y'all gotta understand.
You can't get married to a player, y'all. You just can't. You can't get because Terry Fontenot, he one of them GMs. He ain't gonna get married to no player.
You've already seen it.
And when we saw and what we know he did over there in New Orleans, yeah, he drafted pieces for the offense, but he also made sure he kept an intact defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
That's fact.
he might want to get this defense looking a whole lot better. And if that means having to part ways with your most valuable offensive piece,
Hey,
he just might do it.
Well, you gotta understand, it's gonna be run first, but we'll have a quarterback. Basically what we need is this. You got a run first offense, right? You already got your running back room, which is almost unstoppable. You put a couple of old linemen up there that can create them gaps. That run game is unstoppable. Then you need a wide receiver. You need a receiver that can take the top off of defense. You need that deep threat.
You got to have a deep threat, man.
You got to have a deep threat. Now, if they wanted to make Pitts a deep threat, they could. They very well could. Or they could use Pitts, like you said, to bolster the defense. Because you got to remember, like I said before, if our defense makes more of those stops, we win games.
hold on. What you mean? So hold on. Let me. Since 2016, right? Our offense has been high powered, right? We can outscore anybody. Defense has been shitty as hell. Couldn't stop nothing. Where did that get us? So you damn right I'm willing to sacrifice offense for defense.
But you're not sacrificing the offense because and I know where Emmanuel is getting at. The question is this: if you're referring to Kyle Pitts right now, then why wasn't the offense any different when he left?
It was no different. We was in games the same way we was.
Right. With him on the field. We was in it the same way.
Same one possession.
We was in it the same way because you got to remember, we had the same quarterback for 3/4 of the season. We don't know what Kyle would have looked like had Ritter been in the game. It probably would have looked different.
But we know it looked the same.
Right.
We know that.
You're not sacrificing the offense would be like giving up Huntley and Algier. Now you ain't got no running game.
I'm gonna make people mad again.
Last year.
I like y'all, but I'm gonna make y'all mad. This is your number one offensive threat now. Right there.
Right.
Yep. Without a shout, without a doubt.
Right.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
He's one.
Great.
Cordero Patterson's 2, and Huntley was 3. Huntley was number 3.
Y'all better
Them 3.
Y'all better put your name in the other dude, that number 5. I'm just saying.
Now Drake London, I'm gonna tell you something.
I do. That's my dude, man. But
now Drake London, the more snaps Drake London gets, the more experience Drake London gets. Drake London's gonna be that deep threat to take the top off of defense, but he has to grow into that. But he's not that right this minute.
He's more of a contested catch guy.
Right.
50-50. Yeah.
Yeah. He can move better than what people expected, but he's not really a deep threat. He's gonna go up there and get it. He's a good third down guy, and he's a good guy to get to when you need tough yards.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it's when we say deep threat, we talking about Deshaun Jackson. We talking about
Yeah.
you know
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. You know
Taylor Gabriel.
Yeah. So
Taylor Gabriel. That's what we talking about.
Turbo Taylor.
Yeah.
So one of them receivers where first play of the game, Ritter can sit back in the pocket, look downfield, and just throw a Hail Mary, and it's a touchdown.
They get a
Double
step
move,
on you.
right off the bat.
You can put it over the top, and they can run under it. That's what we talking about. Run under it, receivers.
Look, double move right off the bat.
I seen the big man.
Like going.
That's
And understand, y'all. Like we said, this is hypothetical. Well,
Right.
like Coach
this is
said,
something that could happen, but we don't know. We're not saying it's going to happen.
We don't damn know.
We don't damn know.
No, we don't damn know.
What is this? Right? This is a podcast. We're just giving out information that our own opinions. We ain't saying there's nothing true about what we're saying. We're just saying hypothetical stuff. So,
and we didn't even say we didn't say we want this to happen.
We didn't.
No.
We just have discussions.
We just saying it could happen.
It could happen. We just have discussions.
Let me make this clear, and I'm pretty sure we can all agree on this.
Hot in that chat. Whoa, they get hot.
I'm just saying. Because we got to have the uncomfortable conversations.
Hey, you got to.
Arthur Smith and them don't give a shit about what we think.
Hell no.
They gonna do what is in the best interest of the team.
They got to keep a job too, you know.
Right. But at the same time, we trying to give y'all a open mind about certain things, because what has been happening all season, stuff that you never would expect, and it's gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep happening until Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot get the team that they want, the way they want it, how they want it to function. You're not gonna know what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Can't get married to a player.
I'm going to do a breakdown of beginning of the season to the end of the season, where the players that we have, who we lost, and how we started. It's shameful. This roster has switched over almost I think it's like almost 25 players from the 53-man roster.
Yep.
That's a lot. For the beginning of the season, that's a lot.
Now, Coach, what you saying that segues into this next one.
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Who do we see getting contracts and who's getting released?
I got
finish what you were saying, Coach.
No, that's all I was just saying. I say, hey man, this roster it's a big overhaul, man. And these guys told you that if you ain't up to star, we're gonna get rid of you. They told you that.
Mm-hmm.
They said this roster ain't gonna be the same every week. It's who's practicing best, who we think can win at that moment. Simple as that. So, whatever you see, that's what you're gonna get that week. So,
what you see,
that's what you're gonna get.
What you get.
What's your take on this, Ant?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, it's just like Alex saying down here in the comments. Zoe, I give Zoe a contract.
Mm-hmm.
McGarry.
Dog.
I'm gonna tell you.
Evans.
Dog.
I don't know. Outside.
AJ gonna get one. AJ should get one.
Oh, yeah. Well, we already know because he's the cornerstone of that defense.
I got another question for y'all too.
Coach, lay it on, Coach.
What about Isaiah Oliver?
Oh,
yeah.
Question is, can he stay healthy? That's the only question.
He's been healthy since he been back, but do you think he get a contract?
I would.
I like. He must be doing his job because you don't hear nobody complaining about it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So he must be doing his job. He's playing his role. How's that? He must be doing what he needs to be doing. So nobody's actually complaining about him.
That's all I asked for.
He's on a 1-year deal. Do you bring him back? You know,
Mm,
so
that's a tough one.
that's a question to ask. 'Cause you got two guys. Well, you got little what his name, little Alfred behind it.
D.
Yeah.
Alford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He a dog. He a
You
dog.
still
Yeah,
got
dog.
Eric Harris is still here. He's back now, I think. You got a couple people.
Eric will be gone. Eric Harris will be gone.
Outside of Ebiketie, Anderson, Terrell, Jarrett, was it Lindstrom? Was it McGarry? I believe.
Nice play.
You got. This is what we're talking about. This is the stuff that you'll see and you'll miss it, and then we'll have another player, and you'll try to figure out how did Terry do it. Terry's gonna look at every area of the team, and he's gonna pick what person in what area
how much money
haven't been doing what they doing, because he's gonna shave money over the whole team. Trust. He's gonna shave money.
Do you bring Cordero back?
As a gadget guy, yeah.
I think you bring him back. I do think you bring him back. At least until the trade deadline, and you see what he give you.
Let me see what you can do with him.
Yeah, I say.
Let me see what you can do with him after a certain time.
I say you bring him back, and then but draft his predecessor.
Save $4 million.
Now, we just mentioned the guys we just mentioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would say they got some dog in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want y'all to honestly say, be real, and this for my panel and for the chat. I want y'all to be real now.
I know where you're going with this.
Who ain't a dog on that defense?
that ain't no dog. That's a kitty cat.
Dog?
That's a kitty cat.
He's a dog. He's just a chihuahua.
No, he ain't no damn. Fuck that.
No, chihuahuas are the tough of that. Though.
Chihuahua got some heart.
Yeah, he may be like
keep on passing him by.
What do you call him? The dog? Shih Tzu. He's a Shih Tzu.
No, he ain't no Shih Tzu.
See, your boy, your boy, Blackberry, Mr. I call him Mr. Pass Me By.
Let me see how many gonna call to cut him.
Now it was somebody in the chat, and I talked about this over on the Rex Pit. It was somebody in the chat on Heavy Hitters who said that if we always stay positive, why we were so negative about Michael Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Only K Styles, and I'm paraphrasing, only K Styles got the credit from this guy because K Styles said he played out of position. Well, I say he got negative talk from me because he was sorry as hell.
Salty.
He was so sorry that he ain't got no business playing the damn linebacker position. I don't care if it's at the middle or the outside or the inside, upside down, inside out, right side up. I don't give a damn. He ain't got no business playing the position because he afraid of contact. So if you got a problem with what I said, you can talk. You can come to me about it. Come on the Blackberry Lorex channel. That's Blackberry. No, just the case. You can come holler at me about it if you got an issue with what I said. But he's trash. He's ass.
Open your eyes. He showed you every time.
You gotta have heart, man. Because I didn't seen this man. He was doing duck goose behind linemen. The other game, he let the man run right past him. I mean, he was just ushering him into the touchdown. Like, you can't. That's some of the stuff that a person like Grady will look at and be like, bro, do you see this? I'm getting triple team trying to make a stop and you letting this cat go right by you. It's the same, and I hate to bring this up. It's the same talk we had about Ridley before he got caught up doing what he was doing. We had the same complaints about he don't like contact, so he's not good across the middle on offense. When you get on this team, what position you got to play it. You can't change your mind in the middle of the game like you don't want to play this position no more. Why are you on the team? Because you not doing your job make everybody else's job harder. Because you taking your teammates out of their position to cover for you. Yeah, right. Ole. You right.
I want to watch the replacements now.
You're going to watch it again.
Right.
That man
so I'm with my brother on that, man. You got to play the game. Because look, Grady been on his team long enough to see how everybody play. He know who playing and he know who ain't playing.
He's like, why that motherfucker behind me?
Right. He know who ain't playing.
Right.
He always said, if
you don't think he be in the locker room? You don't think he be in the locker room with much tact as he got? You don't think he be side-eyeing people like, bro, what were you doing?
Yeah. If you look at some of the mic'd ups, yeah. If you look at some of the little mini movies they be doing, the Falcons,
Grady be like, what the fuck?
he side-eyeing people on the bench.
Yeah, he does.
Looking like
he does.
It's kind of funny. You get some more pressures. You get some more pressures while you over here being a funny man.
Right.
Get some more pressures.
Hey, I'm gonna tell everybody. Go back and watch. It wasn't the Baltimore game, and I don't think it was. No, really? It was the Baltimore game. Go back and look at the Baltimore game. Look at when Grady decided he wanted to make stops, not the defense. Grady decided in the game, y'all not playing defense. I'm about to play defense. The minute Grady started making stops, everybody else followed suit. What that tell you? What that tell you?
He's captain of that shit.
You can't split double teams and triple teams all season long.
Not the whole game either.
Yeah, the whole game. At some point, somebody got to win their one-on-ones.
Right.
At some point. Now
it shouldn't take that man to get pissed off for the whole defense to play the way they supposed to play in the first.
How is that not a horse collar?
And you know what? Be real about this one too, y'all. We named some dogs that need to be re-signed, that we think should be signed.
Mm-hmm.
Be real. Now he is physical. Don't get me wrong. But is he a dog?
Who is that?
I'm talking about Kyle Pitts. Is he a dog though?
He played at Florida. Florida.
I got one defense for him. I know what you're about to say. I got one defense for him.
Coach, you ain't shit.
I got one defense for him, Blackberry.
I'm a roof till I die.
I got one defense for him. He a dog, but his position, I felt somebody else should have been filling that spot, like I said earlier.
Well, he was hurt, John Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. I get it. No. I'm just saying, he's not that blocking tight end. He's more of a go out there and catch it tight end.
I got a name for y'all though.
But he got some dog in him though.
Did they re-sign Michael Pruitt? I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give you another example of what's gonna happen also.
There's so many one-year deals, man.
Exactly. Now, I'm gonna let y'all know what's gonna happen next year. Y'all haven't seen it already. Parker Hesse will be your fullback next year.
Ooh.
Just let you know. He's back there more than your boy Keith Smith.
Yep.
Well,
you know what? We're not going to get back into this.
And Parker Hesse had a hell of a game in that Baltimore game.
He had a hell of a season. He actually had a damn good season, actually.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. And he did have some holding penalties. He did.
2 minutes for me, but that's another story.
Yeah, some holding penalties.
At the wrong damn time.
We nipped that in the bud, then he's a formidable fullback for us.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Right.
like you said, somebody said something earlier in the comment about this. Michael Pruitt got more touchdowns than Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that the system, or is it just the availability of where Michael Pruitt was at the time when the ball was delivered?
Well, remember the debate we had? We had that debate on whether or not Kyle Pitts was really going after the ball or he was
Oh,
giving up on routes.
he did.
And a lot of times, and Mike brought it to my attention too when he said it. He was like, yeah, it didn't look like Kyle Pitts had that get up and go. But he was like, when you blocking a lot and then you expected to go out there and get after it, you ain't got no more gas in the tank because you trying to block 300-pound linemen. That's not easy. I don't care how tall you are. That you got to block a big dude that's trying to get at you. It ain't easy.
But the great ones are doing it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's the thing.
So-
They get. I mean,
You see Kittle blocking like a king. You see that other Kelsey kid. He's blocking like a fucking king.
yeah.
So is it growth? So is it down to his growth?
He is 2 years in.
So yeah. So is it down to his growth, or was it just the fact that him and Mariota just wasn't on the same page?
I gotta that too. But I gotta comment on this guy right here. He's a Kyle Pitt didn't have a viable quarterback the majority of the season. Okay. Did Kyle Pitts have a viable quarterback when he was in college?
No, I don't think he
I'm
did.
just saying.
Hell no.
You know what? I'm gonna chalk it up. I'm gonna chalk it up to him.
Me. He's from Florida, so I'm just
You know what? I would chalk that up to him not being on the same page with Mariota.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I'm gonna be, because I believe had Ritter played this season, Pitts would have got that. He'd have got the ball. He'd have got the ball.
I agree with you on that. I do. But Blackberry, you brought up that top you brought up. You got me thinking a lot more now.
Yeah,
it is something to think about. Like I said, it's all just in talk, man. We don't know what's going to happen.
I didn't think about this either. And somebody said this way back too, and we kind of said something and skipped over it. Do you think that because Mariota wasn't on the same page as Kyle Pitts, do you think that would have been where Kyle was just like, Kyle just lost faith in that dude?
I can say that.
Because you got to think, if you're open and you see receivers and tight ends when they're open and the quarterback just do something, go in another direction, and it don't work out. You do that one too many times, you can see. I'm not saying he's a diva, but you kind of see where it's like, bro, what are you doing? You overthrow me, you underthrow me, you not throwing to me at all. After a while, you kind of be like, why am I busting my butt? Because this cat can't get it right.
Can't throw me the ball correctly. Yeah, I understand.
Right.
I can see that.
So it's
like I said, I don't want Kyle to go. I love him on the Falcons. I don't want him to go against us either.
Right.
You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
No.
Right. I don't want to see him go.
Yeah, but
if it's gonna help us down the road, then
like this guy said, he said they take all calls and they review all talk.
right.
So if it's gonna help my team become better,
okay,
that's what they're gonna do. So
I'm down for it.
Let's
what's
get
up,
into
Lot?
What up, Lot?
what up,
What's
Locke?
happening, man? Oh, Locke, hey, I got you too, bro. I ain't forgot. I got you.
Let's go in here and get into this next topic before we get into these keys to victory. Marcus Mariota or Lamar Jackson debate. Coach, I want you to take this one. And, we got something for you guys this evening. Coach, will you do the honors of the get the graphic?
Bam.
Boom.
Now, Coach, please tell these people what they looking at, please.
These are the stats of everything that the quarterback do. His pressures, his hurries, his blitzes, his catches, and his RTG rating. So if you look at what you're seeing here, these guys look almost identical.
Yep.
Lamar played 12 games. Marcus played 13.
Mm.
So if you look at the completion attempts, Lamar had 203. Marcus had 184. So what we're saying is these guys are almost identical, but you guys want Lamar here. Will you get the same thing? I don't know.
Y'all need to snapshot this now. Everybody that's watching, y'all take y'all a snapshot of that. So that you can remind yourself.
Keep your receipts.
Lamar has what? What's that? 19, 20, 23 yards more yards passing this man. That percentage passing rate is almost exactly the damn same. Yards per Marcus even throw the ball. Yards average is 7.4 to 6.9. So I don't know if it's AR. I guess it's air. Marcus throwing better than air. I guess it's throwing better. I don't know what the hell it was, but yeah, these guys are almost identical. 10-yard plus pass, 95 to 94. Marcus has more 20-yard passes than your buddy. He has more 30-yard passes than him. So hey.
The only thing I'll say, Lamar,
it's fast as
the edge is right there under red zone attempts.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where that at? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yes.
Lamar probably not gonna be as shy about throwing the ball as Marcus, but these numbers don't lie, people.
But
Snapshot
if you look at this, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Cole.
He had 300. Did it look like he had 300 attempts, guys?
Nope.
I'm trying to see where the hell the 300 attempts came from. I'm still trying to see where the hell they came from.
They must have counted some of them fumbles as pass attempts.
As something. Be quiet. That was
right.
Right. That was wrong. But it's true.
Hey.
So drops. I'm curious. They said drops. Is that how many passes they dropped on Marcus? It was 8
That's
passes?
what I'm saying. Why is that something that's under a quarterback? That don't make no sense to me.
Because good balls that was thrown, there was only 8 good balls that was thrown that they dropped. That's what I'm assuming. What the hell that is?
I hope that's what it is.
Because that helps play into the narrative. Because we all know the quarterback ain't got no control over how the receiver catches the ball. He just has control over where the placement of the ball goes. Everything else, once it leaves his hands, it's on the receiver.
I'm gonna do something after that next time.
That's fact. ain't no.
I'll put it back there.
Ain't no opinion in that.
But yeah.
So you got something for this?
Don't let it wreck your life.
Don't even come to me because I ain't got nothing for that stupid shit.
Man. Thank you, Blackberry. It's some stupid shit. Really stupid shit. Like you basically gonna get the same damn player. For what?
That's what it looked like to me.
And, hold on. So don't we still need help on the trenches?
No, they want the quarterback to run like hell.
Oh, okay.
What they want is they want Lamar Jackson from that MVP season. But has he been that, people?
No.
Has he been that since then? Be real.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How many playoff games has Lamar Jackson won?
Thank you.
That's
Thank
easy.
you. I was just about to ask that.
Y'all, do the honors. I'll wait. Now, granted, 0, right? Okay. And y'all can say that how many playoff games has Mariota won?
I think he got 1 also.
Has he won one?
He got 1 in Tennessee.
He got 1. Remember that?
Tennessee.
That comeback
pass himself.
Yeah. So
hell, I forgot about the one Lamar won. It was so damn long ago.
Right. So if both of them won one apiece, and both of them are pretty much even keel,
They're both the same damn thing.
is it safe to say that it's all about who we like?
He blacker.
Blacker.
He blacker. That's it.
Just because one is barbecued and the other one is Hawaiian pizza don't mean that they're any less of a player. It's all about who we like.
They don't want no pork in their pizza.
I know what we'll do. I know what we'll do to make them feel better.
Make me feel good.
I know what we could do for the fan base to make them feel better. Let's just go up the Buckhead, and let's go knock on number 7 door and say, "Hey, just come play for the Falcons again, just so the fans can be happy, cause that's what y'all want, right?"
You ain't got to win no games.
Hey,
you ain't got to win no games. You ain't got to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, you ain't got to
get on the field and run.
You just sit on the bench. We'll put you in there for a couple gadget plays, in the game.
Get some new shoes.
Get just to get the fan base back up. Get the energy back up in the city again for the fan base.
We just need you to do one thing.
Might be some big fives.
We just need you to do one thing. Periodically, we need you to throw the ball from end zone to end zone. Hopefully, somebody will be there.
Yeah. And run a 100-yard touchdown to full.
100 yards. It's gonna take about 2 weeks to get down there, but he'll run it.
He'll get there. I mean, cause that's what y'all want. Y'all want the Maggiet experience again. Y'all see this the problem with our fan base. Y'all want nostalgia. That's what y'all have been accustomed to, so that's what you want. You had nostalgia with Dion, you had nostalgia with Vic, and now you want nostalgia again.
See, Emmanuel Brown, he says, sit up here acting like Lamar's not 100% the time better. We didn't say he's not better, but they have the same numbers. They have the same numbers.
Wait. How? Wait. How? See, no. Because that question right there, that's a good question. But my question is, my question to you is how? We gave you the numbers. How is he going to be 100 times better? Somebody that he is basically paired with.
We just showed you.
We just showed you the numbers.
He must hadn't been watching this stream at that time.
No. See, now what it is, it's like I just said. It's about who we like.
He's looking at the athleticism. He's not looking at the numbers.
But here's the deal.
That's his problem.
But here's the deal. Lamar can run all around that field. He can do all that trick. He can do back spins, twirls, flips, pirouettes, and all that kind of stuff, and ain't won them no playoff game. It's the same situation with him up there in Baltimore. But because y'all like that, he's 100 times better. He ain't 100 times better. He's just athletic. Let's just be real. I'm not saying he trash. He's more athletic. And y'all don't like Mariota, period. It's about who we like.
I guess Mark Andrews not a weapon.
Ain't that who he throw to majority of the time?
Yes.
Probably been the best tight end this season, bar none.
You're comparing.
Yes, you're right.
You're comparing a quarterback who's not confident to a quarterback who likes to run around, and that's all the comparison y'all got.
My pants on fire.
That's it. If you want to compare apples to oranges, that's your only comparison. Because other than what we just showed you, how is he 100 times better?
Prove and say, put it back up, coach.
Put it back up.
Put it back up for one more time, coach.
I keep telling y'all, when y'all get in y'all emotions, y'all expose y'all bias. There's the numbers right there.
There it is.
There it is right there.
Now take
so please tell me how's he better? 100 times better?
Look,
y'all got to cut that out.
He's looking at the rushing yards now.
Oh, God.
They're not up there. This is what quarterbacks do.
Okay, rushing yards. How many times has he gotten Baltimore to the playoffs with all his rushing yards? I'll wait.
One time, I guess, that I forgot.
He only won one game with it.
Thank you. And Mariota's the same. He wasn't on his team when he did it, but he's the same. He just ain't running around like that all the time. Y'all won't flash without any substance.
I want wins.
They want nostalgia. That's what they want. They want nostalgia.
Can I tell y'all something? Y'all are never gonna get the Vic experience again. Why? Because Vic ain't playing. You ain't gonna get it.
Nope. If you want the Vic experience, go to Flowery Branch in the off season, and he do autographs at Flowery Branch. Okay.
Go to Virginia to that jailhouse and see his dogs up there.
I'm pretty sure y'all can book him for birthday parties and bar mitzvahs.
Bang, bang.
I'm pretty sure y'all can hit him up on IG or Twitter, and he'll do birthdays and bar mitzvahs.
He mean that, Vic.
They want him that bad.
We take all shots over here.
We taking shots at the Fairweather fans, Vic, not you.
Yeah, not everybody.
Right.
Y'all want to talk about? Yeah, man. Oh wow.
But you know what? Let's just. I'm done with this topic. Let's go to these keys to victory.
Switch.
I like
Vic, man.
Go ahead, man. I bought all my kids wore Vic shoes.
Oh man.
That shoe was high too at the time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Blackberry. Give us your keys to victory, man. This game.
Have mercy.
Don't stop running the ball. Tackle some damn body.
Anybody.
Just tackle somebody, please. And protect the damn ball.
Thank you.
Please protect the ball.
I'm tired of saying that shit.
God.
I'm tired of saying it, man. My keys to the game is what I've been saying the whole season. Win the fucking game. I'm tired of telling you stop making mistakes. I'm tired of telling you to run the ball. We know this. They know this.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh man.
Let's get
all
this
right, Ed.
and
all right, and what's then I'm gonna get Coach because I know Coach got a
oh my god.
Oh Jesus. Well, like Blackberry said, don't stop running the damn ball.
Don't stop running the ball.
Don't stop. Get it. Don't stop.
You done?
Man, look.
It's redundant now, man. I'm just tired of
It's watered down now. I mean, tackle and block. I mean, somebody, anybody. We're begging you.
Somebody, please tackle some damn body.
Somebody.
Anybody.
You get a tackle.
You get a tackle. You get a tackle. You get a tackle.
What you got, Coach?
I want to be serious though, man. I just want these guys to come out there and play football, man. Play a complete game, you know.
Please.
We got 2 games left. Now you don't have you don't have that pressure of trying to make the playoffs now.
Right.
Nope.
It could have, pressure. Pressure's the sign of a gun, especially with young players. Especially starts trying so hard, things can happen. But right now, just go out there this weekend, man. Play a good football game. I don't care if you win, lose, or draw right now. Just play a good football game, you know. So protect your quarterback. Let your quarterback, keep developing and go from there, man. But when they play tackle the ball, run the ball.
We're begging you.
Oh man, I got.
One more time. I'm sorry. Like I was saying earlier, we know we can run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Why do we stop running the ball? Just go back to what I said earlier, and this, what I was talking about earlier. We can run the ball on anybody. It's been proven that we can run the ball on anybody. When we run it, then we just stop and start doing stupid shit. Make it think.
Right.
It put that little thought, at least in my head, like, why are you doing this stuff? So, hey, that's all I have to say, man.
I just got 3 keys to victory. Win the game, win the game, win the game. I can't say it. That is it. That's all I want to see.
I don't want the
I
10th
don't
pick.
care how you got to do it. I don't care how long it take you.
I
Win
don't
the
want the,
game.
I don't want the 10th pick. I want the 7th.
Don't take too long, but win the game. That's it. Because we didn't say it. We didn't say it too many times.
Yeah, man.
I'm ready to. It ain't even a broken record. I'm ready to throw the record off the record player at this point.
Too much distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to break the record player.
Oh, by the way,
Right.
guys, I'm sorry. Something else we got to mention. I should have said something. Y'all know this kid's on the verge of, man.
Tyler
This kid right here, he's on the verge of breaking a rookie record, man.
Yeah,
Right.
sure
I think
is.
he's almost 200-something yards away. He got 2 games to get like 220-something yards, I think what it is.
Oh, he gonna break that record.
He
You
gonna get it.
got to feed the beast, man. You got to feed him. You can't break it if you don't feed him.
Right.
Mhm. He a
Feed
wrecking
the
ball.
alligator.
He a
Feed the
wrecking ball,
alligator.
man.
And something I hate about I noticed the last couple of weeks too. Like I said, I love Cardero, but he's not effective anymore because they know when he's in the backfield, when they put this guy in motion, he's getting the ball.
Yeah. They're not hiding.
It's so obvious what's going to happen on certain keys now when Cadero's in the game. It's beginning to look at though Cadero's getting the ball. He has to just win in motion. He went left to right. The ball was going that way.
Yeah. Because I think what was happening is when Huntley was in the game, you kind of had to figure out you had to pick your poison.
Right, exactly.
And when he went down, they knew, okay, these the only two that we really got to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
They know good and well once Algier get hot, ain't no stopping him. They know Cordero has to be running downhill in order to go through that line like that.
Well, see, they give him stretch reads and toss reads.
He don't do that. That ain't him.
Because they think, okay, his vision for reading gap for holes and the ability to burst through them is what gives him his edge. But if they think about it,
Off tackle, baby.
I mean, that all defense got to do is stay disciplined in they gap assignments.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And what he is nothing for him to read now. Everything's, the defensive coordinator's not dumb.
Yeah.
But Brian Peoples, appreciate this. 199, man. He say Tyler Algier new nickname is All Gears. Yeah,
That's
boy.
it.
He's running
That's
with
it.
All gears. That's it.
All
but that
Gears.
first, second, third, and he get that fourth, boy, you gonna get ran over.
Oh, like I be telling people, one thing you can count on: if Tyler Algier get to the seams, it's a wrap.
So
Once he cut outside, once he get to the seams, it's a wrap.
Yeah. I think with CP now, you just hand him the ball and say, we got a gap for you. Use it. If you see, if you have to make a cut, make a cut.
Right.
But
So
we got a gap
better
for you.
downhill.
Use it.
Right.
He's actually a better runner going downhill.
Yeah, he is.
So
Yeah.
he gets downhill, man. He got you. He's like
And
he's getting
see-
his 4 or 5 carries, 5 yards or whatever.
And
They make
we
sure
did
they
more of
stuck-
that in the beginning of the season. We did more of that with him.
Yeah.
All these toss read, stretch read, they started doing that in the second half of the season. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. Just let that man hand that ball off to that man, let him run up a design gap, and let that be the end of it.
Because they know once he break a tackle and he got open field, you ain't gonna. He gonna take it to the house. And that's the reason why they stopped him at the line of scrimmage. Because when he ran that, return back, they oh no, we can't have this.
They don't kick to him. They ain't been kicked to us, but either. A kick away from him.
Yeah, they don't want him to get that.
He already got a record. Let him get another one.
Hey,
Yeah.
but what we got right now, we about to get into the Q&A portion.
Y'all read the last one for Brian People. He said another 199. This is the
Appreciate
second
it.
one. No reverse gear on Algier.
Nope, no negative for yards.
He gets the ball and goes forward.
But hey, man, I got to check out of here, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Listen, Y'all go check out the page. The Rex Pit. It starts at 1700. That's 5 p.m. for those of y'all don't know. So it's 1700 here. Start 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, just before Dirty Bird Thursdays on Thursdays, man. Go over to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Your boy got to get out of here. I'm not feeling that well today, so I got to go take care of myself. But
All right.
y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Y'all make sure y'all tune in every single week and always represent for the home team. I appreciate y'all, home team.
Go get some of that
All
rubber
right,
tussle.
man. Yeah. Go get some rest, bro.
Get some rubber tussle there.
What?
Get that tussle.
All right, y'all.
Later.
Peace, bro.
All right, man. We getting ready to wind it down. We at the 2-hour mark. Ms. Maggie. So yeah, we get that. Look, I tell you what. We'll take about 3 questions, man. Make sure y'all get them questions in. We'll answer them. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you check us out every Thursday. And like you said, most of us will be on, regulators on Sunday. And then, you want to check out Blackberry and them on Friday. So, hey, look. And listen, Ms. Maggie got something coming up. It's going to be lovely. We want to make sure that, ladies and gentlemen, we want y'all to tune in. Make sure y'all support her. When she drops it, it's going to be big. We want to make sure y'all, subscribe and like to her new show coming out. So, hey, you may see us on there. So stay tuned. But let's see here what we got. We got Quay Rains. He said, who should the Falcons look at in the 2023 draft? Coach, I'm going to let you take this.
Yeah. Somebody big in the trenches down there with Grady. Any D lineman that can hold his own, first, second round, third, whatever round we get him in. But if we can move up, I'm just going on a limb. If we can move up any type of way that ain't gonna kill us and get Jalen Carter, that's an addition. Or if somehow we can persuade Deron Payne to come to Atlanta.
Whoo.
That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm gonna put that on my New Year's Day wish list. I'm gonna make some draws that say Jalen Carter or Deron Payne. I'm gonna show them to you.
All right.
But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So.
We got this next. We got question number 2 from Brian Peoples. He said, "How y'all feel about Brissett as a backup to Ritter next season?"
I like that.
Go ahead, Aaron.
I like that. I mean, he's the quality backup. I mean, he's smart, right? Really smart, and he knows different offenses, so he can teach him the game, and he's not going to be selfish like some other punk bitch. But we're not going to talk.
Right. You got to get it where you live, young buck.
What's your name, man? My name is Marcia. My name is Marcia.
You know what? Somebody else did the same thing earlier. Who was it? Derek Carr.
Oh my Lord!
And they used to be
together,
teammates.
Right?
They used to be teammates.
Maybe they're going to the same doctor. They call it Sweet My Knee Doctor.
You know what? Okay, and we got the last question from Alex. He said,
I got one more after that.
What about DJ Chark at wide receiver? I had looked at the film on him. Coach, have you checked this man? Have you checked him out?
He's a good wide receiver, but he's decent.
Yeah, he's decent.
Is he a deep threat type wide receiver?
No, he's more like another.
He's a possession
receiver. I think we need somebody who's going to take the top off him, and when you look back, the ball's already in the air. He's just going to wait on the end zone. So we don't need nobody who's going to have to stop and catch the ball.
Right.
All right. All right. So this is the last one. Said Dre Murphy. He said, "What we doing with Caleb Huntley next year? Me personally, I say bring him back to go along with The alligator.
I hate to say this. I don't see him back next year.
I
You
feel
know,
draft running back.
No, I told y'all, man, we got to do on the bench right now. Y'all need to go check out his film. We got a young man on the bench right now that can.
you did say something about him on coach. I gotta go check him. I gotta go check him out on film.
We got a young man there already, man. He's a legit running back. B.J. Baylor. He's he's
Okay.
a he's a decent running back, man.
Well, look, man, we have enjoyed it this evening with you guys. It's going on. We went over 2 hours. You know, we ain't trying to get traded around here. But look, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to Dirty Bird Thursdays. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you tune in. Like I say, we got shows almost all week, so hey, you're not gonna miss them. And especially on Sundays, you know, Coach got his in-game show, so make sure you guys tune in for that.
And early
Hey,
Saturday morning show.
that's absolutely right. So, before we get out of here, all right, Coach, tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me on all these things you see here. No, just playing. Oh, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Coach J. You can subscribe to my channel, man. Head over to YouTube, man. Get my subscriptions up, man. At Coach Unchained. Do the same thing. Or you can want to contact me, go to coachunchained@hotmail.com, man. So you can send me what you want to talk about on my channels and what's going. Plus, I got a new show that I'm finna bring out. It's gonna be called the Bird Cage. Actually, not the Bird Cage, but the Bird House. So yeah, just check that out. It's gonna be talking about everything has to do with everything that's going on. So, but also remember, anything's possible with this team. So expect the unexpected, guys.
There you
Anything
go.
can happen with this team. So what we talked about earlier, it can happen. Don't want it to happen, but it can happen. All right. So,
All right, Big Ed, tell them where they can find you at.
Hey, y'all go to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Either you can put in Big Ant or just Anthony Jackson. My name will pop right up.
Sir,
We
Mr.
appreciate.
Jackson. Ooh.
Look, don't start your crap, Mister.
I thought just want to make me feel good.
Make me feel good.
Shook.
Hey, we appreciate everybody coming out. Y'all could have been doing anything else, but y'all came to support us.
Facts. Hey,
Appreciate
look,
it.
man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hey, you can follow me at Falcons Therapist on Twitter and on TikTok and IG. Elegance, Wellness, and Massage. And look, man, it's holiday season's winding down. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves. I know it can be stressful. If you do got some stuff on your chest, make sure you go talk to somebody. Mental health is important. And above all, you know what I'm saying, make sure you take care of your body because, hey, your body takes care of you. So with that being said, hey, we appreciate y'all again. Till next time, tune in with the home team. We out.
Drink some prune juice.
Peace.
Peace. I got you.